I first heard of trans athletes in 2015. There's an exercise called a Kroc row that was popularized by a Marine, a professional powerlifter, and a bodybuilder named Matthew Raymond Kroc. At Matt's peak, competing at 220 pounds, he had a 1,014 pound squat, a 738 bench, and an 810 deadlift. That is a total of 2,551 pounds, over 11 and a half times his body weight. I reference Matt as the first person I was aware of because they now go by Janae Marie Kroc. I remember sitting in my kitchen making a protein shake after a back day, and my friend Zach decided to show me, hey, here's the person who invented the Kroc row, but something was different. Matt was now Janae, a gender fluid individual. Janae is interesting because they have repeatedly said they would never compete in the women's category, and they never have. In 2019, Janae said that they wanted to get their IFBB Pro card in bodybuilding, and several conservative outlets dragged her, mistakenly thinking that she'd be competing against women, which she was not. It is interesting to consider this conversation about trans athletes in regard to bodybuilding because nearly every athlete is on gear already. So anyway, Janae also competes in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but only with men. I don't know if this is because she sees her advantage or if there's some other reason, but I'll read this directly from her Instagram. I have been very clear about the fact that all the records I have broken and all of the championships that I have won in powerlifting were prior to my transition when I was still competing. I've also been very vocal about the fact that I have never competed as a woman, and I have no intention of doing so in the future. And then she says, these are her own beliefs, but they're not necessarily relevant to other ones. It's just her own personal choice. There's a company called Jubilee that had a conversation between trans women and conservative women, which I'll link below, but I do want to show you a few clips from it. If I keep interrupting, it's just because I'm trying to get around some copyright stuff.
How much we give into the feelings of wanting everybody to be accepted, and how much we are willing to do that at the expense of biological women.
As I said earlier, where's the line of being accepting of one person and marginalizing another?
I use myself as an example. This is about how big I was in junior high school and early high school. I used to be able to walk up to a V8 engine block, pick it up off the floor, and set it on a table.
For those who aren't aware, a V8 engine is about 400 to 700 pounds.
And if I was in powerlifting or weightlifting, that amount of, that advantage was just unbelievable. I've been on hormones for 15 years. Did it weaken me? Absolutely.
Just to be clear, this individual is intersex.
Did my bone density really hasn't changed, my muscular hasn't changed. And this is not a binary question. There's a lot of nuances involved.
So they can see a slight decrease in performance, but are still aware of how much they have retained.
Hey guys, thanks for watching that episode. If you got some value out of that, please give me a little subscribe somewhere in there, whether that is on Apple, Spotify, wherever you're listening right now. And you can also find me on TikTok, Instagram, pretty much everywhere, honestly, at AndrewPFM. So yeah, guys, until next time, we'll see y'all later.